Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Yes, it is Saturday, yes, Calcio is back, yes, football, club football is back. 3 games of Serie A today, Milan versus Empoli, the last game in the middle. Big game, Inter versus Roma, with Mourinho that can officially say that it's crisis, big crisis for Inter. And then we start with Napoli versus Torino. I will start even earlier, Arsenal versus Tottenham, big game of Premier League. I'm waiting for your prediction. The video will be out right before the game, so don't cheat. If you already know the result, don't cheat, please. We will speak, of course, about Juventus. We have a lot of things to say. We start with the first thing. Before that, maximum of like, subscribe to the video. We already reached 20,700. Thank you for this. The video will be a bit special. I will not do any post-editing. I will do the editing meanwhile that we are speaking. So it will not be perfect, but today, who cares? Because we are already focusing on the game of tomorrow. We start with the first image. Hey, it's the thumbnail of yesterday. Yesterday, thank you to all the people. We're more than 250 at a certain moment that were watching the career mode of FIFA 23. It was just fun. We had really a lot of fun. We sold some players. I don't want to spoil too much. We sold some players. We bought some players. We started the games. We played 4 games. I will also not spoil the result. 3 hours of video. You can skip. It's just hilarious. And I think that we can continue to play the FIFA career because a lot of people told me, Beppe, this was really fun. But this is not why we are here. We want to speak about Juventus. So speaking from one FIFA to the other, we will close that image and we will open the other one because you know that EA Sport FIFA, they have a partnership, and you see also the design. Perin has been voted MVP of September of Juventus, which is great and probably also deserved for our number 36, our goalkeeper. Now we have to say that I don't want to see Szczesny, Perin, Pinsoglio, whoever goalkeeper man of the October month. And no, because then we have a problem. If a goalkeeper is man of the game, can happen. Man of the month, maybe that's a bit exaggerated. So let's not exaggerating with that. Congratulations to Perin, and I hope it's the last time. I would prefer a lot saying man of October. I don't know. Vlahovic maybe. Locatelli maybe. You know, midfield strikers, this is what we want. But anyway, congratulations to Perin. We go to the second image. Federico Chiesa, he will probably not be MVP of October. A bit too soon, but we have great news. We have fantastic news. Apparently, Wednesday, he did some tests. You know that he's doing some tests to see when he will be back to be on the field, how he's reacting to the changes of direction, of putting some minutes in his leg and so on and so on. Apparently, the medical staff of Juventus was really impressed, and they even said, these are the rumors of La Continassa, mamma mia, what an athlete, what a player. You will tell me, Beppe, but you are not telling us something that we don't know. You don't have to be stupid to understand that he is a phenomenon. Of course we know, but it's beautiful. It's really beautiful to see how, after ACL, you don't know how the players will come back. Are they afraid or not to push to the max of their limit? Federico Chiesa is doing really well, and we can all be super happy with that. Will that make that he will be earlier on the field? No. We respect and we don't want to rush. This is absolutely important at the moment with Federico Chiesa and how we are managing his injury. Tranquilli, don't rush. But their first reactions are really positive. So, grande for Federico Chiesa. We will need him. Why? Because apparently there is another one, hey, Moiskin, that after doing a really beautiful preseason in terms of mentality, in terms of what he wanted to put on the field and so on, he's looking like he's a bit in a depression zone. He doesn't want anymore. He lost a bit of motivation. Maybe because he's not starting the games. Maybe this, maybe that. We don't know. But apparently he's going back a bit lower in terms of efforts. And this is a problem. I know that Moiskin is not playing well, and he needs to realize it, that if he wants to be a starter, he has to do a lot more. Will we recuperate Moiskin? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Last year was a big flop. This year on the field, he's not giving the answer that we need. I'm really curious about Moiskin. Or will he go back? I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, Moiskin is not performing. And on top of that, he is losing motivation. So we have to open the Italian papers, Corriere dello Sport and then Gazzetta dello Sport. 2 pages next to each other. Of course, they are focusing on Napoli, on Inter, on Milan, because these teams are playing today. Ancora mu, again mu. Are they speaking about Juventus on Corriere dello Sport? Not that much, a bit. Juve Max And now we go at the attack with Kostic and Vlahovic. Guys, we already know that. We already spoke about that. It's always the same that they are repeating. Gazzetta dello Sport is speaking also about Inter. We know, blah, 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 blah. Kvaratskhelia, Miranchuk, the players from Torino. But what is important for Juventini is on top. They are saying Locatelli is warming up to convince Juventus, also convincing Allegri. Now, I have to open the double page about Locatelli. Let me close these ones. We go to Locatelli. Locatelli is in a mission according to Gazzetta dello Sport. I believe that we are exaggerating with Locatelli. This is what I think. There was the video of Max Allegri that said, not video, no, the kind of discussion, kind of interview reported by Mario Sconcerti, where he said that for him, if everyone of the team, if everybody is healthy and at 100%, his starting midfield is Rabiot, Pogba and Paredes. From these words that are not beautiful, we agree with that. For a player like Locatelli, you read that, you are not happy. We can't deny it. But anyway, from a simple sentence, we are making a cause that Allegri hates Locatelli, that he doesn't want to play him, that he wants to sell him. Now we hear some rumors that Arsenal is again on the player, and if he goes away, it's because of Allegri. Calma, guys. 2 months ago, 3 months ago, he was speaking about Locatelli becoming one of the future captains of Juventus. We already spoke in all honesty on the channel about Locatelli being a Swiss knife. He can play in every position, and this is probably also a position for Locatelli. Maybe not being on the starting 11 on the paper, in theory, but at the end playing every single game. I believe that words are a bit manipulated, and the papers are writing articles, actually putting Juventini in a more negative vibe. I would stay calm. Also because it makes totally no sense. If you understand a bit of finance, you know that selling Locatelli for the market value that he has at the moment, 35-40 million euro, would not bring any plusvalenza, any profit for the young Italian guy that, I want to repeat, he cried when he arrived at Juve because he's a Juventino. It's true, he needs to show more. It's true, in some games he was absolutely not at the level, but the guy, he has everything to succeed. Give him time. We will recuperate Locatelli, I'm sure about it. And if it's not the case, we will try to recuperate him, because an Italian young player like Locatelli has to be one of the leaders of Juventus' future. We continue with other pages. Are they again criticizing Juventus? I don't know. Tuttosport is speaking about Vlahovic, un calcio al Paris Saint-Germain, Di Maria, Juve, casa mia. Di Maria is speaking really well. He comes from Paris Saint-Germain and he's saying, Di Maria, Juventus is my home. We'll come back on that. On the other side, and you see it here up, you see Vlahovic that is giving a shot to Paris Saint-Germain to say, go away, I am not interested. And that's why we are opening the double page here of Tuttosport. We're saying between Vlahovic and Allegri, there is Galtier, the coach of Paris Saint-Germain, that is looking a kind of player like Vlahovic, a number 9 on top, to create an even more dream team of Paris Saint-Germain, the team of the French capital with La Tour Eiffel. We don't care about La Tour Eiffel. I tell you the truth. We don't care about La Tour Eiffel because Vlahovic has to remain here. And this is what Dusan Vlahovic he has in mind. He has to grow a bit that feeling with the Bianconero. Of course, he has to do a lot of things better. Controlling the ball, stopping, working mentally. And this is what is written here also from the national Serbian team. These are the things where he has to grow. We are aware, but he has to prove on the field, and he has to do it with Juventus, because you know it, how much he wanted to come to Juve. Also refusing already clubs like Arsenal. He will go nowhere. I would love that these players, Locatelli, Vlahovic, Kostic, all these players that were put in doubt, that they can prove it on the field, that they are attached to the shirt, attached to Juventus, because I have no doubt about that. But of course, we need now some answers on the field. Di Maria, he spoke in 4-3-3. He said, I already felt immediately after 4 or 5 days that I was at home at Juventus. I'm super happy here. Only beautiful words for Juventus, only beautiful words for him maybe remaining 1 more year. But here the question and what we are asking to Angel is, Angel, from the moment you are back for Maccabi Haifa, you will miss Milan, but from there we need to see more from you, because at the moment we are waiting a bit. We are waiting a bit to see the real Angel Di Maria that we were all excited to see in the future. The next page is Cambiaso, left back. He will play against Juventus on Sunday. We loaned him out. Cambiaso hopefully will not do the game of his career like Rovella did with Monza. Let's observe him. I have to say the truth, I didn't see too much about Cambiaso this in the first game of Serie A. I will be really curious. They are thinking about taking him back at Juventus because we know that Alexandro is at the end of his contract. When? Let's see. But then they are giving us also another option, and this is the last news of the day. Juventus would be interested in Jordi Alba. He has a contract until 2024 with Barcelona. He's already 33. Can it be a kind of Dani Alves move, but then on loan? And this is an important thing, on loan. If you tell me buy him, I would say absolutely no. Then on loan, I have to think about it. I don't know yet. I want your answers. What do we do with Jordi Alba? On loan, yes or no? Maybe already in January, maybe next season. What do we do? 33. We can't build a future on him. But Jordi Alba and behind him maybe a Cambiaso. I have to think. I prefer Grimaldo. Guys, put a maximum of likes, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for according me your precious time to be here to dedicate me some of your precious time. Thank you, Forza Juve.